Let's dive right in. The first step needed when freeing up space is to understand where all your storage is going. Go to your iPhone settings, then tap on General, and then iPhone Storage. Here, you'll see a breakdown of how much space is being taken up by apps, messages, music, photos, mail, podcasts, iOS install files, and system data. Let's break these down one by one and see the best way to free up space on each. Scroll through your app pages and take a look at the apps you rarely use or don't need anymore. Simply press and hold on the app icon and then choose Delete App. If you tap Edit Home Screen, you will see all of your apps on each page appear with a symbol in the top left corner, which allows them to be removed as well. Remember, any app you delete can be re-downloaded from the App Store if you remove it in error. Removing apps removes the data within them, which can be the main culprit in the space it is taking up on your phone. There is a feature listed under your storage breakdown called Offload Unused Apps that will automatically offload unused apps when you're low on storage when enabled. It will not delete your documents and data from the apps that are removed. From the iPhone storage page, you can see which apps are using the most amount of storage. For me, Messages is taking up 7.93 gigs. If I click it here, I can see the breakdown of what is using up the most amount of storage. This will include photos and videos, as well as GIFs and other attachments to my messages. You can click Photos, for example, and see all of the texted photos in your messages. You can delete them from here by pressing Edit in the top right corner and then selecting each one, and then pressing the trash can in the top right corner. Another method to free up space in Messages is to open the Messages app and scroll down to the very bottom. Here, you'll find your oldest texts, some which may go back 5 or more years. Click Edit in the top left corner and then choose Select Messages. You can select Messages and then click Delete in the bottom right corner. I recommend going through Messages first for a quick overview of what's included in the messages. Much like Messages, clicking the Music app from the iPhone storage menu will show you your downloaded songs and albums and how much space they are taking up. Clicking Edit will allow you to choose what you would like to delete. Photos are typically the main thing taking up space on a phone if photos are not synced to the cloud. To check whether your photos are being synced to iCloud and also saved there and not the phone, go to your main settings page and then click your name at the top. Next, click iCloud and then Photos. Here you will see Optimize iPhone Storage and Download and Keep Originals. I recommend the first option, saving all of your photos to the cloud, but giving you access to them on the phone. Make sure your iCloud storage can support the amount of photo storage currently on the phone. To check your storage, click your name at the top of Settings, click iCloud, and then Manage Account Storage. You will see your total backup amount of storage in the top right corner. To increase it, click Change Storage Plan and then choose the next tier up from your current one. If you don't want to sync to the cloud, I recommend starting with deleting videos you don't want or need anymore to free up the most amount of space possible. If you have an email account on your phone configured as POP and not IMAP, your mail will be downloaded to your phone. If your mail is configured to IMAP, you are essentially just accessing your mail as if you were checking it on a website, where mail is stored on a server and not on the device itself. To delete podcasts, you can access them from the iPhone storage page and delete them there, or open the podcast app, click Library, and then Download it. To delete all that are downloaded, click the three dots in the top right corner and then choose Remove All Downloads. To delete podcast by podcast, click the podcast and then either swipe across from right to left or click the dots in the top right corner and click Remove Downloads. iOS files are updates that have been downloaded but not installed. Once installed, the files will disappear and the data they were using will be returned. I recommend keeping about 2 to 6 gigs free at all times to allow for updates to be downloaded in the future. System data, by Apple's definition, includes caches, logs, and other resources currently in use by the system. It can consist of various logs, temporary data stores, and other elements that aren't strictly considered part of any of the listed apps. There are also some elements used by iOS but aren't owned by a particular app. For example, downloading different Siri voices or installing fonts can expand this section, but they aren't defined as being used by one app or the operating system itself. If you got something out of today's video and freed up space on your phone using these tips, leave me a comment down below and subscribe to my channel.